Day one, we're at Coulter Lake, just snapping some photos. Slept in a tent cabin. From here we go for breakfast, and then we hitchhike into the park. Just a little view of what we got here. It almost, the backdrop on it almost doesn't look real, like it's painted on the sky. Okay, it's 8:10. We're heading to the road with our signs. We'll start the clock now. All right, we're 6 cars in. It's not a lot of traffic. Definitely no brake lights yet. Where's the love? All right, we're on the trail. We made it 4 hitches, 4 hours. We're at the trailhead, just starting out. The sun is hot and directly overhead. Probably 80. A lot of trees down, burned I should say. And we'll be hiking most of today, I guess all of today, with Yellowstone Lake on our right. Last guy picked us up, had an RV and a couple dogs in the back. It was a really nice ride. All right, we made it to the campsite. It was a big day. All that hitchhiking trail was relatively flat and smooth. It's about 11 miles. But I was tired, dragging toward the end. So hot and thirsty. Filtered some water, waded very slowly into the lake, and stood there afraid to dip under for too long. And now I can't warm up, and it's like 80 degrees and I'm sitting here in a jacket. But I am clean, and we have an amazing view. Let's see what you can see here. It's Monday morning, uneventful night. Slept with the earplugs in the whole time. Last night not so great before that. I just felt sick to my stomach. We made dinner, but I ate one bite. I almost threw it up. So I poured out my liter. Sorry, there's a lot of squirrels out this morning. Poured out my liter of wine because I felt like that was too heavy to be lugging, and if we're going to do 18 miles today, I'm not going to want that. So I went to bed on an empty stomach, but felt pretty good, and I feel like Sal, I'm back. Alright, it's night 2. We're in much better shape. Had some good dinners. Actually got a fire rolling. And we just heard a pack of wolves howling off in the distance. Very cool. We're camping right next to a river. And we got a nice view. And I'll show you what I see. Okay, it's Tuesday night. We ended up doing a little more than we thought, maybe closer to 15 today. Started out in the frost, definitely close to freezing this morning. And then we followed the river. We went down to the Thorofare cabin, which was unoccupied, but just an incredible, idyllic setting for an outdoor cabin, and stables and fences and really just cool stuff in this valley looking at the mountains. So we chilled out there, and then we started our way up to the lake, which was more up than I was thinking. So it ended up being a pretty strenuous day. We're at our campsite now, which is just past Mariposa, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, it's day 4. We're a couple hours in. We got up early. We got a big day, about 18. Heading up over the Two Ocean Plateau to our campsite. So we were probably out and about by 7. Super cold morning. Definitely below freezing. Only excitement was we had a moose or an elk kind of roll up to camp. We could sort of hear him bellowing from a distance, slowly getting louder. And then he turned around and went the same way he came. So far, no sightings this morning. We're just having a morning snack. Cool, nice morning, warming up fast though. All right, we made camp. Night 4. Not the best campsite at all. A little bit sad. Our river's like a stagnant pond, which we tried to filter and clogged up the filter. Valley's cool, and it looks like we could see some critters, big ones. Nothing yet. We did 18 today. I picked up a cold or a stuffy nose. Sprained my left ankle on the rock, and then later my right ankle just flared up without a sprain, and so I'm limping mostly with the right. And Sal's got double blisters on his heel, and he's real sad. And I didn't get to take a bath in the river. So we're making do. It could be worse. We're in Yellowstone. Tomorrow we have the shortest day of the trip, 9 miles, a couple rivers, 2 crossings, and then a pretty good campsite to look forward to. So until later. Okay, it's Thursday morning. We're getting out of camp early. We just saw an elk. We heard him bugling, and we went out to the field, and he was kind of moving towards us until he thought he saw us, and then he booked it. Got a little video. Medium chilly, kind of warm last night. We're gonna make breakfast at the river. Our injuries are better, so we're optimistic. Okay, last night. Let's see. Pretty uneventful day. We had a 9-mile walk, which was the lowest of the trip so far. Will be the lowest of the trip. Had a leisurely lunch by a stream. Very nice. Breakfast. Actually breakfast. Got a little bit lost, but it wasn't our fault. It was one of the campsites had been relocated, which confused us, which conflicted with the map. Found our spot. It's nice. It's very secluded in the woods. Got a campfire rolling. Water source is a bit of a hike. It's a lake, a muddy bed. So I stood in the lake and got the water out, and I also took a little bath, which we'll see if that has any long-term effects. And we're making our dinner, just chilling out, a little nostalgic. The trip's coming to an end. Just saw a white-tailed deer, and I'm not sure if I mentioned we saw an elk this morning, which was pretty cool in the field out in front of us. Full moon last night, big red. It's been big red moon every night. I don't know if you can see the antlers above me. Someone climbed this tree and tied them up there, which hopefully they won't fall and take Sal out. So that's about it. Dinner's soaking, and then we got 13 out tomorrow. One big walk forward through the snake, and then we're out of the park and back to civilization. So we'll see you later. This is how you split wood in the backcountry. Sal has a battle horse woodsman wedged into a very thick tree, and he's created a hammer out of, I think he chose maple, and this is how we do it. Okay, part two. We use some crumbled wood from a dead log as our kindling, and maybe a tiny little bit of toilet paper. And then Sal hit it about 50 times with his ferro rod, and the 51st was a charm. TP started to ignite. We blew on it a little bit, and now we have fire in the wilderness. Okay, final day, 0800. We're heading out. Cold and stiff, but ready for action. Beautiful lake. Good scene we're saying goodbye to. About 11 miles to the ranger station where we checked in when we first got here. We have to cross a pretty wide expanse of the Snake River, so we'll be coming out wet. And we've got a couple miles along the road. That gets us back to our car, which is parked at the hotel. And then it's shower time and some R&R. So we're just trying to be a little noisy this morning because this is a good time for bears to be moving around. Probably 40 degrees, which has been kind of our temp every morning. And then it warms up probably 5 degrees or more every hour. So that's what we got. This is Sal's last river crossing of the adventure. He doesn't like to get wet. He's like a cat. This one was unexpected, so he's extra cranky. He looks intense. Scans the horizon. And he's gone. All right, we're out. We're finishing up where we started on the cold, lonely highway. We got 2 miles, getting buzzed by tourists trying to speed date Yellowstone. But we're close. We're almost out.